Hey, it's Mike Monday here, and today I'm going to talk about how focusing ceaselessly on quality throughout the process completely strangles your creativity. See, yesterday I did a splurge, which is my daily practice where I just create an idea without focusing on quality. All I am focused on is speed and quantity, doing things as quickly as possible and simply just ignoring the quality of what I'm doing. That doesn't mean I am attempting to make something that is rubbish. It just means that if it is rubbish, it doesn't matter. Now, I do at least one of these splurges every day, and when I've done it, when I've done a certain amount, either a certain amount of time, or when I can feel myself kind of not splurging anymore, starting to kind of improve things and focus on quality, I simply export the audio and then I don't listen to it for a number of days afterwards. I just put it to one side and completely ignore it and focus on finishing music and sometimes doing more splurges. In fact, at one point I did 100 splurges in 10 days, out of which a lot of great stuff came. You see, it is counterintuitive for me to say, in order to get the very best quality that you can, you need to have an ability to take the focus off quality. There are very, very many reasons for this. One of them is that as the creator of the music, obviously, often you're not in the best position to actually judge its quality. I mean, how many times have you listened to a piece of music in one session and thought it was amazing and that you were some kind of genius, and then you come back to it the next day and you're like, what was I even thinking? And the opposite. How many times have you thought something was terrible and then later you've listened to it and you've gone, actually, this is pretty good? Loads and loads of times. So what sense does it make to use that ongoing quality ometer when we're actually in the middle of the process? That's one reason. The other reason is that by taking the focus off quality in the moment, you're increasing your ability to experiment, to do stuff that you can't yet do, to practice, to just encourage your creativity. There isn't the desperation or the need for everything to be brilliant, which is like strangling your creative process. So it's one of the most powerful practices you can do. This doesn't mean that I don't want to make quality. I absolutely do want to make quality, but that is why in the splurge practice and in many other stages of the process, actually, I specifically take the focus off quality and I just create. I just allow myself to create. And this is what I did in the splurge I did yesterday, where I was using Animoog on an iPhone. And if you want to see the full session, click the link in the description below. It's about 15 minutes long, where I used Animoog on the iPhone, which I'd not used before in anger. I'd not used it in actually to record myself. And because of the way that I did it, there was lots of it that probably, I haven't listened back to it yet, but probably didn't sound very good. But what I did find from allowing myself for it to not sound good was I got really excited about practicing playing this thing on my iPhone. It gave me, since then, some ideas on how I could mess with some of the sounds to make them more playable, how I could actually practice getting better at playing the Animoog on the iPhone. So what I've decided to do, simply as a result of myself, to make something that was rubbish. What that has done is it is suggested to me a direction for my splurges over the next, I don't know how long, maybe a week or something, where this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay down some kind of sound bed, a groove, or some kind of synth sound, which I can then play the Animoog over and practice actually playing it. Practice doing something that does sound good. So I would thoroughly encourage you to spend at least some of your time not so desperate to create quality, because counterintuitively that is where your best quality will come from. Apart from anything else, it's a whole lot of fun. So I hope you found this useful. If you want to watch the full production session where I created the thing that's on the screen at the moment, click the link in the description. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these production videos and little review videos that I'm doing. And I'll speak to you soon. Onwards and upwards.